Hello everyone. Today on our Krita screen, we are starting a brand new trilogy and embarking on a meditative drawing journey of Finn from Adventure Time. This video will be the first part of our series, and we will focus entirely on finding the right form, which is the sketching phase. As soon as we open our canvas, I draw a plus sign by eye in the middle and leave a few question marks around it. I ironically ask the viewer, is this center I drew by estimation really the exact middle of the canvas? We usually get it wrong when we trust our eyes, so now I will show you a great and practical tip for finding the exact center of the canvas in Krita. I'll open a new empty layer right away, select the Fill tool, the bucket icon, and fill the layer entirely with blue. Then I'll lower the opacity of this blue layer slightly so we can see the content underneath. Now when I click on the Transform tool, Krita automatically shows me the exact middle, the mathematical center of this filled layer, with that small marker. Now that we have found the center, we pull our guidelines or guides from the top and side rulers and make them intersect exactly at this point. Thanks to the Center Snap feature in Krita's default settings, the guides click into this spot perfectly. If that center marker disappears during the process, you can easily make it visible again by clicking the Transform tool once more. Without dealing with any complex magnetic settings, we have found the exact center of our canvas. Now I am locking these guidelines so they don't accidentally shift while drawing. We can now delete or hide that blue fill layer since its job is done. Now, with peace of mind, I can draw my own real plus sign, my perfect center guide, right in the middle. After securing our position with this simple yet effective technique, I start creating the rough sketch of Finn. Just like drafting an architectural plan, I establish the basic skeleton of the character with geometric shapes. I use a circle for his head, a capsule-like form for his torso, and simple stick figure lines for his arms and legs. I build the foundation of the form by marking where the joints and knees will be with small circles. This initial skeleton is quite rough, and we will go over this layer with a cleaner sketch shortly. However, before lowering the overall opacity of the layer, we make a very important technical move. We grab our digital kneaded eraser. While drawing, we might have pressed too hard in some places or emphasized the lines too much. If we reduce the opacity of the layer as it is, the light lines will completely disappear while the dark lines will still remain very prominent. To prevent this and bring the entire sketch to an equal saturation level, we lightly erase those dark areas with a kneaded eraser. Once we balance the tone in our sketch, we can now reduce the layer's overall opacity value, turning it into a reference form like tracing paper. By opening a new layer on top of this transparent foundation, I begin to get into Finn's actual form. There is a very major and technical change we need to pay attention to here. In the first rough sketch, we had drawn the torso straight like a log, as a flat cylinder. But to add movement to our character and make him display a more organic posture, we give the torso a slight bow-like curve in this second sketch. Even though an animated character normally has straight lines, we deliberately emphasize that flexible curved line resembling a spine to add dynamism to the stance. After establishing the organic structure of the torso, I add that famous bear hat, his dot-like eyes, and his huge smile. As we place the facial features, you can see once again how much that perfect center line makes our job easier. I shaped the design by drawing his shorts and those thin, curvy, spaghetti-like arms and legs. Now, as we approach the final stages of the sketch, I include the backpack on the character's back into our draft. While drawing the sword he holds in his hand, I also pay close attention to its hilt and angle. Since we are in the sketching phase, we're very relaxed. If we don't like the angle of the sword or part of the form, we can instantly intervene with the Selection and Transform tools. As the outlines gradually emerge, I don't just settle for simple outer lines. By varying the pressure I apply to my pen, I make some lines thin and others thick and pronounced. I add light cross-hatching shadows to the folds of his shorts, the bottom of his backpack, and the sword. Even though we're still in the sketching phase, these small shadings give volume to the character and wonderfully bring out that traditional paper texture of our smart canvas. Although we're focusing heavily on technical details today, we continue to feel how relaxing and rehabilitating it is for the mind to build a character from scratch with a digital pen. When we reach the finale, I gather all the work we've done into a group folder. By toggling the layers off and on one by one, we examine step by step how we went from those initial question marks and the rough skeleton to this organic fin sketch. Thus, we successfully complete the first part of our series, the sketching phase, where we found the right form. In the coming days, I will share the inking phase, where we will go over this sketch with clean ink as part 2 on our channel. Right after that, the painting phase, where we will fully bring our character to life with colors, will be with you as part 3. If there are other characters you would like us to draw on our channel, please share them with us in the comments. To refresh your mind with the rhythm of art, never put your pencils down. See you in the next video. If you enjoyed this fun experiment and would like to see more interactive content like this to give you new insights, check out what else we have on our channel. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to get notifications for new videos. See you again soon, and thanks for watching.